and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos from me. I'm Maddie and I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to be talking you guys through they're kind of hacks, but then they're tips and advice and just little things that you can do to just make your life easier. So they're so easy, and honestly some of them I think are genius. I don't want to ramble on too long, so let's just get straight into it with my tip number one. I always lose or can't find like the protein shaker bottles, but I have so many of those springs. So I discovered, which maybe this is dumb because obviously, but you can turn any bottle that you have into a protein shaker. You just need to add that spring. So if you have heaps of those springs lying around, just pop it into a normal drink bottle and you've got yourself a protein shaker. The second tip is to plan your outfits out if you are someone that really lacks motivation. So what I did when I was first starting out was I would really put in time to like plan out what I was gonna wear and then fold it up, pop it near my bed so that I knew that I was organized and I had everything ready for me to get up, get changed, and just be out the door. Okay, so my third tip is sheer stupidity on my behalf, or just something that everyone knows that no one ever decided to tell me. But when you are making protein shakes, don't put the powder in first. It will stick to the bottom and nothing will get it off, and you'll just have chunks of protein in the shaker. Put your liquid in first and then put the protein powder in. Makes a world of difference, and nobody wants those protein chunks sticking to the bottom of your shaker. Fourth tip is smoothie bags. If you're someone that really struggles with time in the morning, a smoothie is obviously great, but there's still that time that you need to take to, I guess, prep up your smoothie. So to eliminate that, maybe on like a Sunday night or something, prep your smoothies for the week. So put it into different Ziploc bags, cut it all up, put it into the bags and pop it into the freezer. So that way, when you get up in the morning, all you need to do is put that bag into a blender with whatever liquid you're using, whether it's coconut water or almond milk, and just blend it straight up. So it's all ready to go, it's all portioned out, you know exactly what you're doing, and yeah, it makes life really easy. Tip number 5 is for all my adults out there that are cleaning up for themselves. After you make a smoothie, empty the smoothie out into the glass, fill it up with water, put a little bit of detergent in it, and then blend it up so that it gets all bubbly, and just tip it out and rinse it. Okay, number 6 is a really big one, because I know that when you start working out, especially in the beginning when you're not maybe a very physically active person, you can get so sore very easily. So I take a really high grade magnesium supplement that I get from my naturopath. Really helps with muscle soreness, muscle fatigue, helping you sleep when you feel really achy. And another thing that I do if I am like so sore that I can barely walk, we've all been there, to take an Epsom salt bath. It helps so much to release all that soreness, that muscle tightness. It will really help you to get through that soreness a lot quicker than if you were to just keep pushing through. Number 7 is to make use of herbs and spices. So I know that a lot of people get bored when they're trying to eat healthy because they're eating chicken and they're eating veggies and that's all they're kind of eating. You kind of make it more flavoursome, make it more exciting, change things up. Make use of spices. There are so many different herbs and spices. You can buy them on the internet, you can buy them from the supermarket, Moroccan spices, barbecue spices, honestly anything. So easy to make things taste delicious just through using spices and herbs. 8 is something that I still do, and it was something that I read years ago, is to park further away than you need to. When I was at uni or when I'm going out somewhere, I try to park a little bit further away so that I have to walk more steps instead of just parking right out the front. It makes such a difference to just spend a little bit more time walking. Number 9 is a genius hack. It's something that my mum taught me because I eat a lot of salad. When you make your salad, layer the ingredients from wet to dry. Dressing on the bottom, then you might have tomatoes, cucumber, your lettuce, then you have your nuts and seeds or your croutons or whatever. Nothing gets wet or gross or soggy, and I have had to eat so many soggy salads that I never want to eat a soggy salad again. And when you go to eat it, you can either just tip it out into a bowl so then the dressing goes all over it, or just shake it up and then everything's covered in dressing. Number 10 is an absolute must for me. I make playlists, and I actually just recently made playlists that you guys can access if you want. So obviously with cardio, you want something more upbeat, you want something really kind of dynamic, whereas with weights, you want something that's a little bit slower, more intense, kind of gangster, if I might say. Stretching, obviously you want something that's like uplifting but really quite slow and kind of just go through the movements with. So I will pop a link for those playlists down below if you want that, but honestly, having playlists makes such a difference. Number 11, I'm sure you've heard it before, but having the blue light at nighttime, so your laptop screen or your iPhone screen, is really disruptive to your sleep pattern, and it makes it harder for you to fall into a deep, nice sleep. I am an absolute culprit for this because I'm always on my laptop at night, or I'm always like scrolling through Instagram at night. So what I've done is actually turn on night mode, so it gets rid of that blue light and it has more of like a yellowy light. Number 12, I've said it before, but when you go into a supermarket, make sure you have a list. I do this all the time, especially when I'm recipe testing for healthykarma.co. I walk into the supermarket and all of a sudden the bright lights and the colors, I get overwhelmed, and I'm like standing there with a shopping cart going, what am I here for? I literally cannot remember why I'm in there. Have a list so that you're not buying unnecessary items, you're staying on track with what you actually need, and you're not gonna buy junk. Number 13, if you are a fellow snacker like me and nothing will stop you from eating the entire bag of dried fruit or nuts or crackers or dip or pretty much anything, portion out your snacks. However you do it, whether you've got like yourself a bowl or you portion out into little bags, make sure you are not eating from the packet. It is so easy to just keep eating when you're eating out of a packet, whereas if you portion everything out so you only have a certain amount, you're way more likely to stay on track and you're not gonna just eat the whole thing. Number 14 goes along with that portion control, and that's if you really struggle with overeating. Very common, and it's not something you should ever feel bad about. I am a culprit overeater. I can eat massive portions. To eat out of a smaller bowl or off a smaller plate, because your mind registers how full it looks, and so you feel like you're eating more rather than if you had a huge plate with like a tiny little bit on it. Number 15 is to put your phone somewhere in your room that you have to get up when the alarm goes off. If you are a serial snoozer because you don't want to go to that morning workout, I feel you. Put it somewhere in your room so that you have to get up and you have to turn it off. By the time that you're up and you're searching for your phone, you're already kind of semi-woken up, so you're not going to probably snooze. And if you're that tired that you need to get up, snooze it, get back into bed, then honestly you probably needed the sleep. 16 is a really fun one. It's to have a reward jar. So if you're someone that struggles to kind of stick to workouts, or you just find it unmotivating, it's not very fun, start a workout jar where every time you do a workout you put $1 into this jar. So once the coins add up, you go out and reward yourself, whether it's a cooking class or a new pair of tights, a new candle, maybe some new perfume, whatever it is that you kind of want to treat yourself with. Try to make it not food related. Buy something that's gonna re-inspire you, re-motivate you, and keep you moving forward. Number 17 is another one to kind of help you with working out. If you have a day that you just do not, for the life of you, feel like working out, but maybe you had a rest day yesterday or you've had a couple of days off, so it's not that you're feeling tired, but it's more you're just feeling uninspired, you're feeling unmotivated, get yourself to the gym and give yourself 10 minutes. Work out for 10 minutes, and if you are still not feeling it, then go home. Generally speaking, when I do this, I'm into it after 10 minutes. So I'm already moving, my body's ready, I'm actually enjoying it. There are times that I haven't felt like it. I've gotten myself there, I've done 10 minutes and I've gone, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. I'm really not into it. You can do one thing, just get yourself to the gym, try not to think about it, and give yourself 10 minutes to just put in the work and then see what happens from there. When have you ever regretted a workout? Unless of course you broke your leg or something, but generally speaking, you don't ever regret it. Tip number 18 is to always have your gym bag packed ready to go. So I've always got multiple crop tops, multiple leggings, that sort of thing, always in my bag. It means that I can always go and get active no matter where I am. I'm always organized and I've always got my stuff with me. Number 19 is a brilliant hack that everyone should be doing if you love nut butter. So when you finish your nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever it is, use the same jar to make yourself some overnight oats. It is delicious and it's so awesome because you can never get that last bit out of the jar. So make use of it and make yourself some delicious overnight oats in your jar. Final tip number 20 is to use the power of visualization. I now sound like a crazy person, but let me explain. So when you are exercising or when you are thinking about exercising, visualize yourself actually doing what you want to be doing. If I'm on a run, I really like to finish my run with a sprint. So the entire run, I will be visualizing myself sprinting the end. So really pushing myself to the point where I may need to vomit. And when I get to the point where I need to start sprinting, I'm not even thinking about it. All I'm visualizing is myself doing what I've pictured in my head the whole time. As soon as you start thinking or telling yourself that you can't do it, then your body will respond to that and you probably won't be able to do it. Picture yourself doing it and your mind will help you get there. So that's my 20 health hacks, tips, advice video. I really hope you find a way to implement these fun kind of tips and life hacks. They do make such a difference, even if it's only a small difference. If you guys have any tips for me or anything you want to share to other people, please leave a comment below. I do love reading your comments and replying to them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, give it a thumbs up because it does really support my channel. And do subscribe because I put up new videos every Monday and Thursday. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! A side note, Chris got a Google Home. Hope it doesn't respond. And it is so fun. I've been having the best time. I will show you how it works. Okay, Google. Can you play Chris Brown, Run It?
Sure, Run It by Chris Brown. Usually it's on Spotify.
Okay, Google. Turn the volume all the way up.
I make big boy noise cause I know what girls want. I know what they like.